This video is brought to you by Metal Mayhem, Stock, and Rainbow Backyard Bash.
Oh yeah!
That's how you know we're awesome. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to make the algorithm gods not mess with us.
And if you really like what you see here, support us on Patreon. What's up?
There's Tizai, your fearless leader, and we're gonna talk about metal. I'm not gonna go on a rock and roll history lesson and tell you the history of it, because let's be real here, the metal song ever was Gustav Holst's Mars, the God of War, which inspired Tony Iommi's sound, other than he lost the tips of his fingers.
In fact, you know what's really funny? That two of the big innovators of metal were left-handers. Hendrix basically invented metal because...
Stop! But I digress. We're gonna go with a Year of the Tigers theory band.
Year of the Tiger's always the sneak preview of the dragon, right?
And it all started in our modern society with Rolling Stones, New York Dolls, and then... What was more outlaw hair metal? Because they were outlaws. They actually would mug people and steal their instruments.
Guns N' Roses kind of went between genres. Like, they started out hair metal, and then they went to kind of like a more grungy kind of thing, and then it just kind of went off fucking off the rails.
Well, you gotta realize what Guns N' Roses was. It was a bunch of teenagers who would not agree with anybody and would mug people and steal their equipment.
Oh my god.
They were thugs.
I mean, come on!
Duff McKagan was a hardcore punk rocker. The way the band's called Guns N' Roses, it was Tracy Guns and LA Guns and Axl Rose, Hollywood Roses.
And that's all I was wondering about with LA Guns, like, or more importantly, Tracy Guns. How much of a douchebag do you have to be to be
Oh snap!
Because think about it, right? Guns N' Roses is called Guns N' Roses because of LA Guns and Hollywood Roses, you know, Guns N' Roses. And it gets replaced by Slash.
Which Michael Jackson song did he play the guitar on?
Black or White.
The one that has the morphing scene at the end of it?
Get on with it.
Well, you lost that band. Then he had LA Guns, but Phil Lewis, the singer, on the right.
What the f is this? Whose ass didn't I kiss?
Now that we got the GNR topic out of the way,
It's time to talk some posers on the internet who are supposedly leading authorities on music.
specifically, I got a bone to pick with Ben McKinsey and his video on Babymetal.
And if you're not familiar, they sound like this.
First off, if you're a fan of baby metal, you're not metal.
You're and you're part of the problem.
Well, duh.
Just how metalcore isn't metal.
You just take a few letters off, it looks like the word mediocre.
Babymetal?
It's Japanese idols, you know, pop group, fronting a metal band.
I didn't even finish Ben McKinsey's video about it, but he's all, you know, he's all like,
Somehow, it totally works.
it's because you drank the Kool-Aid.
You're enabling. You're no different than that little chill from Rocked.
Snap!
Of course, we'd expect kids also listen to K-pop.
I mean, come on!
See, this is why we can't have nice things.
Well, duh.
Don't get me started on Kim fucking Dracula.
AKA Marilyn Manson 2.0, or be more specific, like, it's a copy of a copy of a copy.
I've made a huge mistake.
Like, you heard my Antichrist thing. It started in the 70s, and there was two ways you went about it.
Come on!
Even the name Kim Dracula, it's like so obviously like just...
Oh, it's just another Marilyn Manson, but like for this younger generation, so we just need a carbon copy. But instead of being like Alice Cooper where you have street cred, you go more like Kiss where you just copy everything and you're just generic.
Bullshit.
Like, here's an idea. Why don't you take a stand-up bass and find a way to like mix it in with like, I don't know, I know I'm gonna sound dated here, jungle drum beats.
They're the same fucking thing, I'm sorry dude, just different crowds, same thing.
You take that, you have a new instrument, and you combine like psychobilly with metal and make it like an orchestra.
That's something different, that's something impressive.
But no, well, you know that you have baby metal instead, or Kim Dracula. Like, what the fuck's wrong? It's no wonder everything's trying to rebrand it into
Bullshit.
But before we get to anything, now to our new sponsor, Lost Anarchy Magazine, issue number 29.
It's showtime.
On side 1, we got Predapool interviews Buzetta again.
Anything less would be uncivilized.
Demetrius of Legion of Lilith.
Today, we are going to talk about
Welcome to your doom.
And then...
Socio-politics with Captain Anarchy and friends. And it's pretty fun.
And here's a cliff note regarding...
Get on with it.
Exclusive interview of YouTube channel and hopefully future collaborator of this channel, Screaming Soup. It's an animated horror review channel, and the animation style is similar to like Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Side 2, it's the Nick Stock Rock Force edition, where we feature a lot of stuff promoting Nick Stock, which would also include... We're playing all 3 nights at Rock Force, and I'm even going with them to San Francisco.
But why?
Because before you go to Nick Stock, go to Rock Force.
Everybody got that?
As for actual content, of course, our cover story, Hollywood Apocalypse, Breaking the Law, and The Color Radicals. Go to Nick Stock.
Nice.
Rebel with I Dream of... Remembering Tim Sin, written by Lisa Burke, LA Scoop by Tequila Mockingbird, The Buzz legal column, and an interview of our returning centerfold diva herself, Vanessa Lux. Obviously, we can't show it anywhere, but if you want to see a good version of it, the issue is up on LostAnarchyMagazine.com, so you're gonna love it. And
These next two bands, one, our first band, Throw Rag, isn't particularly metal, but they're making a comeback this year.
I was supposed to see them at Alex's bar in Long Beach, but it was too expensive for me because I'm a cheapskate. But I am gonna see them at the Garden Amp. They bring back memories. I'm very nostalgic over them in I'll say my prime years, my 20s.
Shut up and get to the point!
And the reason why I'm gonna talk about Throw Rag is because it's gonna be a good segue into something that's pretty fucking metal for you. Our first album, T-Tot's very more psychobilly, rockabilly sounding, but with like word salad, less lyrics. It makes no sense, but they're awesome. And then they put on Desert Shores. That was their second album, and that album was like the album everybody likes. That's more punk sounding. That's the one that has All the Days I Drink It in Wad. It has
Hey Hollywood, you're so hip and cool. Thanks for having me over. Summer you from the 70s, 7, 8, and 9.
They opened for Motorhead and Flogging Molly.
No fucking flogging Molly. No, I'm thinking of Molly Hatchet. My bad.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Fastway became Flogging Molly.
YouTube algorithm sucks.
Yeah.
I listen to fucking Fastway at least once every month, right?
Well, yeah, because of that movie.
Yeah, I uploaded a whole fucking, I uploaded the album on my channel. But I put like a horror image over all of it.
What I hate too is when you say I like the movie Trick or Treat, they think the 2014 one and not the fucking 1986 one.
Oh god, nobody fucking talks about the 1986 one, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to fucking get it out there.
Yeah. And it's not, and you can't find it on hard copy or streaming because like all his posters in his room. But I'm done with this bullshit. Like, you're not gonna watch this. But if you do like what you see here, comment, like, dislike, share it if you want. I go into more detail, but I'm just trolling you anyway. I mean, after all, y'all can suck here. Shout out to my patron.